Hello and welcome to the second part of making a book for your final project, the children's book. So just to catch up a little bit, we have put in the text and we've styled it. And now we're getting ready to start putting our images in. I'm going to start with the background. I'm just going over all of what we've done and then we will get started. Okay, so let's go to page 4. This is the beginning of the actual text of the book. Okay, I'm going to close that. I want to start with layers. So go to Window, Layers, and all of this is on layer 1. And that's great. That's where we want it. So I'm going to lock it so that I don't accidentally delete something or move it. So I've made another layer and I am going to take this to the bottom while I'm thinking about it, but I'll name this text. Okay, this is going to be backgrounds. If you notice in children's books, there's usually either scenes or some kind of images in the background that the characters and the story plays out. So since this is not really a specific story, I'm just going to put some shapes and that sort of thing to fill up the background. So go to the background links and you can just peruse through here. Now, these are non-specific. You can put any of these on any pages. They're just geometric shapes. There's a few that are actual landscapes. I don't know if you are going to be interested in using those. I started out in one pattern and I don't know that they actually fit anymore. I really like just the random shapes that fill up the space and give a little interest. So, I'm just going to start with a randomly picked one. I sort of like the round ones. So I am going to make this up a little bit bigger and I'm gonna just bring it in. All right, so that is pretty bold and it's gonna really take a lot of the oxygen off that page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the opacity and I'm going to make that just about 22%. Just a random number. You can make it less. I think I actually will make that less. I may adjust it later, but there we go. Okay, so now it doesn't really overwhelm the text. You could have the text, you could take this and put it behind the text, and you would still be able to read it. Okay, so I am going to put it so that it's not really taking over the area where the text is. I'm just filling up that space. And I think I'm going to move it over here because what I am going to do is I'm going to make a copy of that. I'm just going to make it smaller and move it around. Okay, so I'm just, like I said, I'm just making random decisions here. You can make your own decisions on how you want to do it. You can make it into a pattern or something like that. And I don't want these to be going the same direction. I think I want them to be kind of a little bit looser. Okay, so check that by hitting the W. Okay, I can live with that. All right, so you can go to one of two ways. You could go through the entire book and put the backgrounds on every page, or you could do the ones, you could bring in the cats. So let's just go ahead and bring in the cats so that you'll see the whole cycle. All right, so I'm going to go to the book project, the cat links, and cat on a rug, because remember the first words of that is about a cat on a rug. So some cats lays about on a rug. So you just bring that in. And let me, before I do that, I left out a step. I want to make a layer that has cats. This is going to be the cat layer. So now I'm going to go and get my cat on the rug. And I'm going to make this cat pretty big. I don't want him to cover up the text, which we can deal with the text and everything later. So now we've got this look. I think I'm going to switch things around because, and this is not, I wish I could tell you a formula, but this is not rocket science. Oh, that does not look right either. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is for now. But this is not how you have to do it. You don't have to have one big here and two little here or whatever. You can use your own sensibilities and design sense and do them like that, so that that it makes you comfortable. Now on these cat drawings, you could actually turn them a different direction. Like you could go that way. I sometimes think that my drawings look funny if I flip them, but you can certainly do that. Or you could just give it, instead of being straight up and down, you could have him go in an awkward, not awkward, but a different, an off-centered position. Okay, so now let's see. Let me get my notes here. Yes. So the next cat is which kitty is it? I think it's Pretty Kitty. Or maybe not. No, there's Pretty Cat. So now this one I think really does need to be flipped, because one of the design tricks to laying out a book like this is to make your eye go into the center of the page. So think of the best way that you can make that happen. Now this cat can be a little bigger. All right, so since I've showed you how to do the entire page, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just speed this video up a lot and go ahead and place all of the cats, all of the backgrounds, and go to the end of doing that. And then that will be all for this particular video. So okay, so that's placing all of the graphics of the cats and the backgrounds. So the next one is going to be the finishing touch. The next film is going to be the finishing touches and getting getting everything designed really well. Okay, so I will see you in the next one.